Hi Donna, this is your reading. I feel you've I'm starting off with your past, and I feel you've had to go back to deal with an issue. With someone, and I don't feel like you wanted to do it, and I've also, it feels like you was shy. I don't want to use the word embarrassed, but it has that sort of embarrassed feeling. I'm sorry I have to do this. Feeling it has that you've had to go back and deal with an issue with someone. Now I feel this person that you had this issue with is no fool. They're quite wise, and they know how to handle themselves. And I feel it's an issue that you've had to go back to deal with. I feel that you've now moved on from that. And I'm guessing pride, a sense, yes, a great feel-good factor. It's brought you to a place where you are a lot more comfortable with things around you. And having that past experience, I feel, has given you the confidence now to stand up for yourself and to not be such a pushover. You're quite willing to defend yourself. Looking at the photo I see of you, I don't see much. I don't see you as a cold, strong person. But for some reason I'm getting that energy from you. And I'm getting mixed, not even a mixed bag, I'm getting two extremes of you being very strong, cold and harsh, but I don't see it looking at the picture, which is interesting. But I get the other side of you, which is very soft and loving, which makes me feel that you are a bit like, I'm getting like a seesaw image. So you're either one or the other, and there's a big gap in between of how you. It feels like a gap missing in between of your moods. You're either very cold and defensive, or very soft and loving, and there's the gap in between, which I'm picking up on. And the message I get for you is for you to trust in spirit. And as I'm saying, I'm getting my spirit guides telling me it's what you need to do. You need to trust you need to trust your spirit guide. As I feel my guides coming in saying that's what you need to do. They're telling me right now, which is lovely. and get the message I'm getting for you, for like the advice for you is, well, the main message is for you to trust your spirit guide. For some reason, and my guide keeps telling me this for you, and to stop playing the wounded party. Now maybe that's the reason why you can come across as too cold and harsh, because I feel, well, the message I get for you is, don't play the wounded victim. And I don't feel as if you're trying to say, please feel sorry for me. I feel it's more on what you're focusing on, whether you're focusing on the positives or the negatives. And if you keep on reminding yourself or have anger about an issue that's gone on, as long as you are angry, you replay that anger in your head, and each time you're replaying it, that anger, you are reliving the pain and the feelings. So it's going to keep on and on until you start to let it go and not be the injured person. And looking out how I see things developing on from here with you, what I do feel things opening up in a positive way for you. I feel what you thought wasn't that good, it will be better than you thought. It's like the image my guy showed me. You can see a tree and you think, oh, it's never, like a plant, and think that's never going to bloom, and then you realising it's blooming, you think, wow, I didn't think this could do this. And that's how I see things panning out for you. You being surprised about the things you didn't have much expectations of, how will they develop. And getting back to where I felt the connection with you and your spirit guides, I feel you coming up, stepping up with working with spirit. And I feel this is very early steps for you. I don't feel that it's going to be straight bang doing readings and things like this. I feel it's the step on a spiritual journey, and it's a small step, but it's a very important step of you being on this journey, working with, just getting in, I don't even get working with, getting a connection with spirit and energies around you, mainly your spirit guide, but that's what I feel happening for you. So just a quick recap on your reading that we do for time, 9 minutes. Okay, the past issue I feel has brought you, that you had to deal with, to bring you to a place where you feel, yeah, great, I feel really good about myself, and you're quite willing to defend yourself, having this experience where you was put to an uncomfortable situation to defend yourself, to stand up and to sort something out. I feel it's brought you to a place where you stand with a lot more confidence, even though looking at your picture I get a completely opposite impression. So I feel you're quite happy to stand up for yourself. What I'm also getting though, I get two extreme sides of you. I get the cold, harsh side, and I get the big, soft, loving side of you. And I feel there's a gap in between, so you're going to be one or the other without the happy medium. No pun intended. The advice for you is to get that spiritual connection with your spirit guide. That I feel that's quite an important message for you today, is to listen to your inner voice, your spirit guide, however you feel you want to refer to that. But that's where I feel you need to connect to, and stop seeing yourself as the injured party. No need to focus on the negatives, because you're just going to keep on reliving the pain that you went through, the suffering, by keep on feeling it. And just so the advice is just let that go. How I see things panning out for you, what you previously saw as not that good, and not your eyes will open up. You think, blimey, this is a lot better than I expected. And it wouldn't surprise me if this is regarding spiritual work. And I feel you stepping up to the connection with spirit. I see things improving for you from a darker point into a more of a lighter aspect in your life. So I hope this reading helps you. Please remember to leave me feedback, as it helps me so much with my development. Many thanks and many blessings to you. Thank you.